And joining me now, NC State head coach Will Wade. And Will, what are your first impressions when I say the Maui Invitational?
It's just an incredible tournament. Unfortunately, this is the second time I've been able to go with a team. We went when I was at LSU, and so just the way the whole setup is cool. The gym, how hot it is, the locker rooms, and the team waiting below and coming up, and just the whole setup is really cool. I mean, I think one of the coolest parts that's underappreciated is the high school that you practice at and going up the side of the mountain. Our guys would always we took a big team picture overlooking the whole island from the high school up there. So just a really, really fun experience. And, it's the premier tournament in the country that's not a postseason tournament.
When I think back to your various stops, whether it's VCU, McNeese, LSU, now NC State, what have you found to be sort of the biggest beneficiary of these kinds of MTEs?
The playing back-to-back days, so it gives you a sense of where you are, or back-to-back-to-back days, gives you a sense of where you are heading into, your season, but more importantly, preparing for your conference tournament, preparing for the NCAA tournament where you have a short rest break. And so the other piece of this is, you're able to bring fans and boosters with you, so you're able to create some camaraderie and some fellowship amongst your fans, amongst your players' families who come, your coaches' families who come. So it's very rare that they're all in the same spot at the same time. So I think there's an opportunity for some synergy amongst all those folks as they hang out and hang around the pool or the beach or whatever else. And it's just great experience for your team. Gives your guys, at the end of the day, I mean, look, we're still in NIL and we have all that stuff. But at the end of the day, you also want to give your guys cool experiences. And, we asked our team, we've only had like three guys that have been to Maui or Hawaii. Now we have Ben Allen Lubin went last year with North Carolina, so he knows everything that's going on. But we have a lot of guys that have never been to Hawaii, and this may be a once in a lifetime opportunity for them. So that's always really special and really cool when you can do something like that.
Outside of a foreign trip, I don't know if there's another trip that you can take earlier in the season that really can help with the bonding. You're with these guys, you get a new job, you're with them really from June on. What is the team bonding aspect that a long trip like this all together, and then on the island that can really do for your season?
Yeah, I think it can propel you. It can propel you forward. Just in terms of being able to spend time together, being able to spend time together. The biggest thing is it's a huge time difference. I think it's a 7 hour time difference from where we are in the Eastern time zone. It's either 6 or 7. And so you can't be on your phones all the time with everybody back home. By the time you wake up, they're halfway through their day. By the time, at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon on the island, everybody back here is asleep or getting ready to go to sleep. So because you don't have the technology component of things, that means you got to interact with one another and you got to be with people that are there with you. And so that makes it, I think that there's some real benefit to that.
I think back to last year, Tom Izzo, that last game Michigan State played against North Carolina, day three, it wasn't for the title, but he talked about last year how important that game was for them to win that game, and then it really catapulted them for the rest of the way. What is it about when you get in these tournaments, even if you don't win it, you're playing quality teams, especially like on that third day?
Yeah, I think the goal anytime you go to these is to go 2-1 or better. If and the hardest game to win is the opener because that's where everybody's got the most time, and then after that, it's just quick prep and really what you've done in your preseason to prepare for this. So, we're going to spend a ton of time with Seton Hall and getting ready for the opener, and then the goal is to leave there 2-1. If we can leave there 3-0, that's phenomenal. But anytime you go to these where it's 3 days, high level competition on a neutral court, I mean those games are not easy to win. And so, we're going to certainly be excited to be there, and we're going to put everything we got into the opener against Seton Hall.
Last thing for you, you said you've been there before with LSU. Obviously as a coach, you've matured, you're older and all that. Anything that you think that you might do differently this time now going back with NC State?
You know, we didn't do anything. We're going to do something fun as a group. I don't know exactly what it is. May go to a nice restaurant together, something that's kind of a memorable, once in a lifetime deal. We're going to get out there Friday, so we're going to get out there a little bit earlier. We're going to get there Friday night, so we'll have Saturday before the luau on Sunday and that sort of thing. So we're gonna do something. I'm not exactly sure what it is. When I went the last time, it was just straight business. Like we're not doing anything, and so we're gonna try to do something that's a cultural experience or a cool experience that our players will be able to remember.
All right, I'll see you on the
What that
beach.
is, I'm not sure yet.
I'll
We'll
see
have
you on the
our folks
beach.
research it and we'll figure it out.
All right, appreciate you, Will. Thank you.
Thanks, Andy.